So we can all agree that, like, getting any sort of handle on this game is basically impossible, right? This is all, like... This is all insane. The Book of Hours. We agree, right? Anyway, hi. Me, Chris. How you doing? Two things we're gonna do today, I think, in Book of Hours. One, I wanted to show you that I organized just a little bit. I put all the books that give me different memories in the dispensary up here. So, like, here's my solace memory, here's my foresight and my satisfaction memory, because I never need to actually read anything that isn't, like, you know. I only need one book from each, so they're all just kind of sitting up there. I've also organized the shelves a little bit down here, where it's like, yeah, these are all the books of all the principles. Here's the new principal books, and here's the books that I have not figured out in the order in which I need to figure them out. So, like, starts with 10, goes all the way up to 14, and over here is like, yes, how about, but what if 16 and 18? Slightly out of order, and my cat is like, no! Chris, don't talk! I don't want you to talk! Oh, and the door is partially closed? I can't, my paw doesn't work anymore. I can't leave now. Because my paw doesn't work. I know that I open up the door, like, when you're asleep, and that's no problem, but now that you're awake, my paw doesn't work. Yeah, she doesn't like my yapping. I don't know who does, but, you know. Clearly not my cat. Anyway, so there was a bit of organization, which means I think today we're gonna do stuff. First of all, I would like to open up the silvered snares here, because apparently this is a giant dining room. I mean, look at it. It's a giant dining room. It's just a whole lot of dining room stuff. So, that would be neat. And maybe I can host an actual, like, dinner? Maybe. Mayhap. I don't know. I could drag, like, all four of these people and the Calais into a dinner. You need a food, a drink, you need a food and a beverage per person. And for a dinner, you need a main course, a side dish, a pudding, and a appetizer. So you need one food and one beverage in the room per guest. So I don't think they all need a first course, a main course, a side dish, and a pudding. I think ultimately I only need to make 5 meals and 5 drinks. And as long as it all has... As long as I have all 4 types of things, it works. So we're gonna, like, attempt to do that. But first I have to open up the room, and also there's books to read. So, like, you know, there's stuff that needs doing. So we'll do that. New day. All of my stuff is back. Might do to start looking for somebody in the tavern. Hopefully I'll get an edge or a winter. If not, we'll figure something out. Probably. Speaking of which... Oh, it's raining. 2 Grail, 2 Nectar. Huh. There might be something we can do with that. What currently we can do with that, I'm not sure. I should also be plugging in some of these things into the Tree of Wisdom, because clearly I need more than one Tryst and one medal. Like, it's starting to get to the point where I'm like, okay, I need at least 2 of each of these. So, like, I should probably give some consideration into what I want to plug in. Basically, just want to get to the highest level one I can plug it into and go from there. What is this thing? Right, they don't. Right, they're not big on telling you stuff before you plug it in. I mean, I have plenty of 2s. It's like Inks of Power, for example, or do I want to level that up? Let's see, okay, if this is level 2, I could slot that in there in theory. I could get another medal. Now, nothing prevents me from leveling this up further if I need something from the inks. Does it check for you? Simply have to have enough food and drink. If you have each meal aspect among the food items for each guest, checking that at least 1 food and 1 drink in the room matches their aspects. Okay. So I was right, more or less. Yes, I was more or less right. Excellent. Let's see. I wanted to level up Inks of Containment because in theory I could use that to clear off books. So I'd rather level that up more. Inks of Power is, like, good and all. Because you can make, you know, inks with it. But, on the other hand, I do need some metal, and this is, like, fine, and nothing says I can't level up committed skills, it just feels inefficient. I think I'm okay with that to get another medal. It also unlocks an extra thing up here in Birdsong, which gives me something if I slot something in there. I don't know if I have a lot of Birdsong. Here's a Birdsong. This is level 3, too. It's not, like, used for a lot. I assume. I can click the slot to see if anything can go in it. That's convenient. I'm sorry, I always just assume the UI is trying to hurt me. I could get another chore. Certainly not the worst thing to get. Wait. Oh. Oh, these are the incidents. Oh. 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 I wonder if these open back up. God, I hope they're not limited time. That would feel kind of weird. Each completed incident has a further story here. I see. But I, like, couldn't do anything with this one. Do these ever open back up, or are the affairs just, like, one time only? Anyway. Signing this, getting another chore. Dang it. Trying to invite one of the people involved in the original incident. Other things here. Is there like a weaker one I could slot into the two here? Yeah, I could slot in Disciplines of the Scar or Hill and Hollow if I can level those up. I think I'd probably rather do that if I want to slot in a 2 here. 2 that I don't feel much of a need to level up. Ideally. Granted, I could, like, leapfrog up here if I wanted to. I'm not sure how much leapfrogging does for me. But I could. Don't have a lot of illumination skills that are like already leveled up, or that are already committed. I'd have to level up a few things to get it into there. This would help me a great deal if I had another Wister or Trist. How about this one? Rhyme Remembrance. I think this is just for making memories. It wouldn't be absurd to do that, but then again, I don't need another Arab. Slot Inks of Revelation into this one. For another Faust. I do only have the one upgraded Faust. I'm gonna be careful about slotting in inks just because they're used to make inks. And I need to get good inks to open up better books. So those are so like the inks and the cleansers I feel like are very good targets for just keep leveling these up, and everything else I kind of feel like I don't need it very much at all. So I could probably slot in Drums and Dances somewhere if I had a good 5 slot open up. Do you see a Hermia? Let's... I already committed this one. Yeah, all these preservation ones are good for cleansing stuff, which makes a whole lot of sense. Herbs is already committed. So does it have anything I can slot in? Really need that one. Definitely would prefer if one of these guys could go into a super high level slot. Sickle and Eclipse I definitely want to level up a lot to work against corruption, although I'm not sure either of those are actually worth it. I guess I could like look that up, huh? I'm going to have to be married to the wiki, I'm sorry. Let's see. Corruption. Okay. Two types of corruption, Winkwell and Keeper's Skin. One needs moon, the other needs nectar. Well, this does have a lot of moon on it. This could actually is good. It's actually very strong. So that's good. In fact, just leveling that up once more basically means it's good for any corruption I need at all. That'd be pretty nice. Just briefly looking here, that's Fet. Okay. That, that's herb. It's health again. Health is certainly not crazy. Contaminations of the page that has all the different contaminations. Well, I guess that would be a lot more useful, huh? Wait, is there actually no skill that solves witchworms? Now that I'm looking at it. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be an infestation that has winter aspect on it. Why would they do this? There's no skill that solves witchworm that has winter that helps us solve them. That's... But why? Oh, because they're jerks. Okay. Good to know. So apparently Herbs and Infusion is a good one against some corruption, which means I should have leveled that up at some point. Maybe I'll have to do that later. Maybe. I don't think I have any of that corruption, particularly. Quenching and Quellings are a good one to level up for curses. What's the other one? Mensicate Reflections. Do I even have that one? That doesn't sound very familiar. Not so much. Yeah, nah. Okay. Okay. Let me pull things back a little. I have these books I wanted to read. These are in Kilisimi, so I can't really read them. These ones are Moon and Forge. Like, I'm pretty sure I could just read the Moon one fairly easily. If I just had any Moon memory whatsoever. So, you know, I guess I'll do that. Salt gives me a Moon. Definitely rather one that has two. So, yeah. Let's find a Moon desk real quick. Chair, you stay there. You a Moon desk? You're not a Moon desk. Are you a Moon desk? You're a Moon desk. Okay. This will give me an intuition. That should let me open up the Moon one. And in the meantime, I'm gonna go harvest some veggies and see what I can get from the gardens down here. Nourishing vegetables in summer and autumn, which we're in summer currently. So I can get veggies. I need nectar to put into here. Gotcha. Just use health, that's fine. And then something with nectar. Does it matter what level I put in here? Probably not. Here I could just put that in there and it would be fine. Or anything with nectar whatsoever. Like right at the roots. Just slot it in, call that fine. Use a weak one just in case I need it. Oh, that's cute. Boy, I could just slot in a whole bunch of them, huh? If I wanted to. I'd need more chore and health, but... it's not exactly terrible. So we'll gather some veggies in preparation for the salon I would like to hold at some point, someday, maybe. That'll be a thing I do. How about you, Terrence? Can I chat with you? Can we have a chat? Can I have an egg? Hello. What do you got for me today, Oriflam? 10 forge. Door and wall. I mean, like... I've got a silver spintra. I could just get this. I feel like, why wouldn't I? Any interesting company? Lantern Forge Sky. Doesn't match anything I need at the moment. I could get 2 winter for Mr. Calais. Get another memory with 2, that put him up to 4. Do I have winter on any of my things? Whist has winter. In fact, I got to get up to 3 winter with my Whist plus. So that's 5 plus 2 is 7. Then I just need a winter tool or beverage. Maybe this is easier than I think it is. I just need to talk to the Calais with something that has winter on it. Something that isn't Miss Calais. Mr. Calais. Miss Calais, yeah. So I have to use my whist to speak with Mr. Calais. That's fine. Should also, like, consider what I'm doing with the rain, if anything. So unfortunately, the consulting engineer doesn't do a whole lot for me. Probably, yeah, because if I want to make use of the free memory, but then again, these are just memories. In theory, I could just make whatever memory I need, because the rain counts the same as talking with them with a memory. So, like, I don't need to tailor my everything to the weather. It's just convenient. Now, there's a lot to say for it being convenient. Let's not get it twisted. Well, it's not essential I use that. So, like, probably open up the echoing chamber easily enough with her. Try for the howling chamber. Oh, the shadowed stair is kind of like hilariously easy. Wait. Well, this needs is a memory. What? It can't be a weather. It has to have 3 of something. Three memories are not exactly easy to obtain. I can't even recall if I have ever found one. I don't think so. I think I've only ever found 2. Like, I think the strongest one I found is Earth Sign. Confounding Parables only reached 2. It's only reached 2. In theory, I could, like, go to the music room and craft a melody memory if it's particularly strong. If I could ever find the music room. Right. Got 7. This could be a sound or an omen. I guess if I made a weaker... If I made something weaker, it would work. This is Rose. Do all these have sky on them? They all have sky on them. How interesting. Inspiration is just another memory. Omen sound. I could put another soul in here. In theory. Most memory crafts require 10 of the principle in a memory. Because I hit 10 hard. So one must assume that either this is not available here, or I need an actual memory to get into this before it actually does something. Should grab a heart memory in that case. Just to test. Let's get a heart desk. Also depends on the skill. Surgeries don't have a memory craft. Naturally. This game is a lot. Okay, let's just find a 2-heart book. Stormworks. Right. I was, like, looking at what I could do with the consulting engineer. Come to think of it. 4, 7, 8, 9. I mean, a single lantern memory would do it. For that, is there something beefier I can use it for? I'm trying to do a billion things at once, I should note. Should probably maybe focus a little bit on one. Collab with 2. No, you know what? I think I'm just going to hire her for the echoing chamber. Because I'm already doing a billion things today. Let's just do the easy part. Now it suggests a meal would be welcome. Because it gave me an egg. Thanks, Terrence. Okay. Got my moon memory from there. Good. appreciate Terrence. Terrence is a good hen. Throw the egg in the pantry somewhere. If I had any other eggs, I'd put it next to it. But I don't. So, into the pantry it goes. Okay. Moon. Yeah. So I want to use this for the moon book. So I'll just drag that into the inventory, find a moon desk. You're not a moon desk, right? I'm using my moon desk. Except I'm not, because I just finished using my moon desk. So I put Sickle and Eclipse into here, along with this thing, and then my Whiz? No, I need my Tryst. Yeah. That clears it very easily. I don't even need to use my Tryst on this, but I think I will anyway. Okay. Hang on. Oh, okay. This can cleanse corruption. I was like, why is there a corruption symbol on here? Did I miss something? No, it's good. Okay. That book's cleared. Let's talk with the madam. Chatted with the madam, collaborate with Faust. Try to get up to 9 without too much issue. Did I forget to talk to Mr. Clay? I guess I did. I sure did. Oops. Alright, assistance of the coffin maker. Lovely. Alright, we're working on books for you right now. We'll have to talk to you with my Whist Plus. What do we get? Just a sack of veggies. Apparently that's all you get. Sack of veggies. Do I, like, consider those to open it to see what I get? No, this is eating it. Or is it? Hold up. Add a soul card. Consume. Eat it. Nothing left, but you might enjoy the meal. Or I click these and identify them? You have to pick an option to not eat it. Got it. Huh. Well, that's a neat way. I thought it was just kind of like, oh, you get a random vegetable, but now you can choose the vegetable. My god. I've already got pumpkins. Oh, I guess this is something I need to do too, huh? Any of the baskets I have to click to see what I would Had to identify what's in the basket. I didn't realize I'd have to make a choice. I thought I was just going to get these and be like, oh, well, figure out what I can do with those. No, okay. Let's look up some meals. Make leek soup. Who am I inviting again? Azita. I don't even see Azita on the list. Oh god. Oh no, there she is. She unsurprisingly likes edge stuff. Basket of vegetables doesn't actually give you a choice. It predates the cooking. It's basically strictly inferior to the bag of vegetables. Oh. Goodness. I can make leek soup as an appetizer, and that has edge on it. So that actually works. These are leeks. Excellent. Cool. I hope that doesn't exhaust my shaft just to open a bag. It does. Okay, well... Silly me, thinking that identifying something that's in a basket wouldn't exhaust me. Oh god, I'm out of shelf space. It happened so fast. I also would want to feed one of these vegetables to my chickens. Come to think of it. Because, you know, they did a good job. Alright. 7 there. Am I getting a lantern memory from anywhere? I feel like I forgot to do that. You think I just ate the bag? No. I sure did just eat the bag, huh? Oops. Whatever. It's fine. This is what happens when I try to do 4 things at once. Alright. Let's just slot that in. Get some lantern. About to get a winter memory from something, so I can talk with you, and no, I should confer with my whist here. Get you higher. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. Heart memory I was using to test something on. Alright. Fresh and hearty. Yep, I just ate it and I got a memory of scent. Okay. Well, whoops. Getting the lantern up there. Is there a winter tool I can offer you? Might even consider a winter drink. Yeah, that one's consumable. How about the knife? The knife has winter on it. That, along with the memory, should get him up to 9 fairly easily. I can only open one room at a time, I'm recalling, but hopefully I'll have enough time. Okay, that gets you up to 9. That's all I need to get you up to. So that clears that. You can start opening up the room. Oh, right. The book I was reading. I forgot. The Crossing to Noon. The mystic Garcia Sowery gives a picturesque account of the adventures of Franklin Bancroft, Prince of Wines, and Eva DeWolf, the Pale Lady, on their way to the hidden island of Noon. For a long, long time, the Blackbone pondered her next move, until the moon dared to peep from behind a cloud, and the prince completed the composition of his third sestina. But the lady met the blind gaze of its open pores, waiting for the tide. Garcia Sowery acknowledges in an epilogue that it is widely known that Eva, in fact, tragically drowned herself and her twin infant granddaughters, without ever making such a journey. But he adds, contemptuously, quote, "It is also widely known that the city unbuilt will so remain, that only one history is ever written, and that Giannis is a Mansus prank." I don't know what any of that means. But anyway. Sestina is a certain type of poem. Yeah, I sort of got that from context clues, but appreciate the confirmation. Oh god, I'm already full on moons. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I also got a memory of salt, which is interesting. Do I have any do I have sea stories? I guess I could just slot that in and see. Yeah, no. I need to level up sea stories for this. Yeah, here it is. I would need un memory. And I could actually use the rain for this. So, like, why the heck not? Sure, Arab would work. Guess we'll just use Arab. Okay. That all works. Oh. And the book from Oriflammes, of course. We'll work on that one later. Because right now, I'm so fatigued I can barely lift a finger. Might actually be smart to take a restorative and work on that, come to think of it. I'm still waiting on the winter memory for you. This only has 1. And that's not good enough. Yeah. I only need the winter memory for this. So that is... Did I set that to work somewhere? Oh god. Did I ever set that to work somewhere? I may not have. I could offer him some isle water and some salt. What have you been exalted with again? I gave you a tool. I collaborated with you. So I could exalt you with a memory and then give you some isle water, and that would work. Seems fine. Could have sworn I went for a 2 winter memory, but I don't see any desks going. The rain remembers the sea from whence it came and where it will return. Why are you being poetic? Stop that. You're scaring me. Anyway. Let's pour out some isle water. Was there something else I wanted to do? I should open this veggie sack at some point too. Can I do that in a workbench? Maybe? Like just maybe? No. So only take some metal. What does this count as? Sustenance. Could I... That doesn't work. I want to keep the bags as bags until I know what I want out of them, but I want to use it. Oh. You could, like, actually make vegetable stew with it, huh? Could just keep you as vegetables yet unbeknownst. Sea Story's leveled up. Bird song in the control me. feeling this is just for memories, so I wouldn't mind, like, plugging that in somewhere. What would I get from this one? Vet. And this one I'd get God only knows. Sure, I guess. Possibly health. Possibly something else. Either way, I want to level it up to 3. Grail and Moon. Sadly, none of my anythings have that. Can't wait for tomorrow, though. I did want to see if I could use the drum, though. As I recall. Thunderskin's Pan. May as well try it. Memories don't last long, but it makes a difference for the day. Would you like tea? Would you like some water? I know it's not much, but least I can do. Nice. The Chapter House. Here the monastic superiors would meet to manage the affairs of St. Brandon's and to resolve its disputes. Here in 1349, the last trial of the last nuns of St. Brandon's took place. 2 were executed for the murder of Abbess Nona, supposedly with, quote, perversions of the healing arts, unquote. Nona was the last abbess of St. Brandon's, and after the trial, the monastery never accepted female novices again. From the wide windows, the sea is always visible, beating on the rocks far below. Oh, you can host a salon in here. This table looks way too small for that. Ooh, we also found some ink. Sweet. Oh, and another desk. Nona's desk. Has some potentially useful stuff on it. That's good. Also found a couple of things we'll need to catalog. And some tea. Edge teas actually works great for the salon I want to host. So that's good. Alright. Mr. Clay, if you could just open this up, I'd appreciate it a great deal. Put the ink in the ink room. In the weak, usable, replenishable ink shelf. Okay. Good. Good, good. Day's almost over. I guess I can catalog these with my FET and then I'll just be exhausted. I suppose so. Moth desk. I think Vagabond has moth? No. It has rose, though. Not that that slots in a FET. No, FET's rose, yeah. We'll just do that. Shabam. We did it. Does Ava's desk have moth on it? No. Tan's desk have moth on it. So we'll just catalog that. That's it, I'm completely exhausted. Which is true in game and real life because, oh my god, that's a lot. Dusk fell. It has been cataloged as a 10 heart book, subject of drums and dances. It's perfectly doable challenge. So put that in the perfectly doable challenges shelf. And you have witchworms. Fudge. You're also 12 edge. You go in the danger shelf. These are my danger books that are dangerous. It's always frickin' witchworms. I mean, I can't just read it with something that isn't too scary, but also it's scary. Probably manage the Iron Book in some form or fashion. Or not. Don't have a lot of edge skills, I note. Oh, never mind. I have Sickle and Eclipse. Yeah, no. That would be that'd be hilariously easy, probably. Yeah. What does this kill off? Shapt and Wisp, so I just read it with Herb. It's just that easy? I guess so. I guess it's worth doing. It feels bad to just leave them infected. Okay, what'd I get? Thunderskin's Paeon. It's a 4 heart memory. Oh my. It's not persistent, which is unfortunate. You can also evolve preservation skills. Wait a minute. With it. Huh. Huh. Okay. Wait. Do you take heart? You do take heart. I can unlock the Shadowed Stair with it. No, I can't, because I can only unlock one room at a time. Will the day not come for 11 seconds? It will, okay. I think it's a little confused, because I kept that window open. Yeah. Oh, dip. It just works. Okay. Cool. We've opened up the mirror room. The Hall of Division. Ava DeWolf is the first furnished this as her Hall of Division, holding feasts where guests were selected by unusual and exacting criteria. Later, Theresa Blake, 7th librarian, employed the speculist Pomander to add more mirrors. Lots more mirrors. Yeah, no. That definitely counts as a lot of more mirrors. Apparently those are workstations. Light. So I guess you could use candles on this thing to do something. I assume it's another memory making mobile. Beautiful vase of amaryllis. Gorgeous. God, you can't click anywhere in this room without clicking a mirror. Ava and Abraham. Oh, that's cute. We also found, ooh, a 2-edge. Is that a... It's a knife. No dip. That's a pretty good edge thing. Wonder if I could use it for, like, tools and stuff. Probably. And yeah, there we go. We opened up a nice big old room for the salon. Cool. Well, that was a very productive day. Okay. So if I want to start a salon, basically just invite all these guys. It's a knife but not a tool. I can use it to cook but not to read books. I can cook with a sword. Cool. Very normal. What is the kitchen knife anyway? It is both a tool and a knife, but it only has one edge. Alright. That's kind of hilarious. Alright. So this madam has a beverage. And in theory, I could make some leek soup as an appetizer. So let's just do that. Of course, naturally I need to. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, okay. That's a food and a beverage for the missus. That's good. Let's see. Arthur Moore. You want lantern stuff. No side dishes have lantern on it. Stuffed golden marrow works for that. Right. I'd entirely forgotten about that. I have a pale marrow and a dark marrow. How can I get a golden marrow? Can be gathered in the kitchen garden. Oh, the marrow! Right, I could just open the bag of vegetables and be like, here be marrow. Right. Here be marrow. I guess it's not guaranteed to be golden. But presumably I could just get more bags and keep popping marrows until my marrow gotcha gives me a lantern one. That would work. Never mind. Golden marrow. I'm a god. Alright. So we just cut that up, and that should be a suitable main course. Clears your nonsense. take a max of 4 bags. Let's see. Father Stanislav loves heart stuff, and that's very easy to do. Can make some pumpkin pie. Just takes dough, and I'm pretty sure I got what I need for dough. Because it just takes milk. It either takes milk, butter, and flour, both of which I have. Is this all done in the cooking station? Can I make flour anywhere else, or does it have to be done in the cooking station? Kitchen range. Yeah, it's only available in the kitchen. I guess there are other kitchens, but I don't have them unlocked, I think. It would have to be something else that is deeper. Also, I got clouds today. Yay. There are 2 others in the house. I assume I haven't any chance of getting close to them, though. How hard would it be to get this opened up? Two, 6. I just need a 2 forge memory. Or a forge tool. Yeah, the square doesn't quite work. Should also learn sea story memories today. Well, the clouds work as a memory, I think. So I just need 1. Okay. So let's find a 2 forge and a random moon one. Like intuition, sure. Okay. There's my moon. Foresight has forge on it. Let's just do that. Okie dokie. Guess I could look for unusual help today too, but I'm just not... I've already overloaded myself for one day. Let's also catalog this with something somewhere. We found the shadowed stairs, the Stair Tenebrius. There were shadows here in the earth long before the foundations of the house were laid. They retreated before the Romans' burrowings. They quailed before the sun hymns of the brethren. They slunk away before the blades and pistols of the barons de Wolf. Over all the centuries they shrunk until at last, when the Curia of the Isle sunk the stair, they could recruit one as a watchdog. Creepy. The Velvet. The Hour of Secrecy. The Velvet has never encouraged inside investigation or worship. Even an image of her is unusual. Huh. How very appropriate. Also, there's 3 books in here. Whoa. Didn't expect to find that in some stairs, that's for sure. Also, what's with this room? It's connected, but I can't go there. Maybe I need to unlock the shrouded space or something. Every time you see the Velvet statue, I think it's a mole. Yeah, well. Because they look like a mole. Just need to unlock the shrouded space? Okay, good to know. Seek out help, see if we can do anything. I successfully cook a man-seed soup. Alright, now then. We shall make some golden marrow gold! Delicious. Then I'm gonna make some dough for some pumpkin pie, because that sounds delicious. Put the leek soup in here. Beautiful. I still have some forge drinks in here, don't I? Yeah. Still got a cup of Chusson. That'll suffice. Lovely. Evening Isle's tea will suffice as a lantern beverage. Or Evening Isle's coffee. Beautiful. I'll need to make some witching to Sane, I think, also. Oh, I read the book. Right, to get the memory. Okay, yes. Needed. Thank you. Because I was doing that. I can't hold all of this in my brain. My brain was not designed for this. Alright. Trust me. Good. Forge memory I needed. Cataloged another book. What do you got for me? 8 sky, perfectly doable. And it's not cursed, so that's great. I love it when my books aren't cursed and dangerous. Okay. Now then. With the forge memory, let's go to a forge desk. I think this one is... no. Ambrose's desk, right. Alright. Get some metal in there. Slotted foresight, get hieroglyphics in there. And that clears that book. Easy enough. Do we have some Egan grouse somewhere? Some Moon and Winter. I don't know. It's fine for now. What'd I find? A fugitive. Ah, great. I love talking to fugitives. Let's get scale, edge, and heart. Doesn't work there. Nor there. Nor there. Scale could work on the route Throng Descent. Which wouldn't be crazy. I would like to see what's in the basement at some point. Let's see. I've got the hourglass for a 1 point of scale tool. My health has scale on it. I don't think anything else does. Yeah. So that's a whole 1. Okay, 4, 5. I can get up to 6 with what I have. Where's the other 3 gonna come from? A memory and some kind of sustenance, I guess? You need a 2 scale memory and some measure of sustenance with scale on it. Isle water doesn't work. I want to feed the fugitive the good stuff. It's crazy. This has a scale on it. And I did just find this. But I needed 2. Don't I? 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, I just need the 2 memory. So in theory, I just needed 2 scale memory. And that should clear it. With great effort, but it'll clear it. Oh, Earth Sign has scale on it. Hey. You're hired. Sea Stories has leveled up to 3. It's a 3 Sea Story. Get that slot anywhere interesting. Let's see. Birdsong, Nicodermy. It could just slot in right here if I wanted it. Would that get me an herb? Give me a shaft. In theory, I could level it up one more time and get something in Birdsong there. Another shaft isn't, like, terrible. This is just memory creation, so I don't think I care that much about leveling it up more. It's not like the worst use for it. Sure. Alright, Mr. Fugitive. Let's chat. is all done. Lay that right next to the leek soup. Beautiful. Alright. So we got all we need for Azita and Arthur Moore. Father Stanislav wants heart stuff. Which means I could grab myself a witching to sane. Right, I was going to make the pumpkin pie, so let's do that. Let's see. Need flour, and either milk or butter. Do I have any butter around? Doesn't look like it. Let's just like do that. Just slot anything in there. Ooh, I do have to leave myself an unfatigued health to collab. Gotta be careful there. I'm ready for what? What do you mean, but for what? Oh, I need the mixing bowl, right? This is sugar, it's not flour. That's my bad. An ingredient for a higher purpose. Would you relax? It's dough. You're kneading dough. Okay. Collab with health. Offer a drink. Prefer a tool. 9 scale. Did it. Done. Awesome. Oh. What's the other one? Oh, the dough's done. Cool. We'll just take our normal everyday pumpkin. Use Arab in here? I can. I need... Yes. Yes. Pumpkin pie. Glorious. Oh, they're gonna love the crap out of that. Also, you read the book. Ambrosial! Ambrose Westcott's inventive, one might say pioneering, or indeed buccaneering, essays into kitchen craft. Oh. Westcott proudly announces his intention to transform cuisine into become, quote, an engine of alchemy and a fount of war. This guy. Westcott compares the ferocity of fire with the intensity of appetite as, quote, in essence, one essence, unquote. Fire's ability to transform and destroy grows when it is offered the correct fuel. So too, he implies, can sufficiently inspired appetite allow its possessor to consume, quote, greatly, strangely, and unwisely. Got an impulse memory, and I've learned spices and saviors, too. But I'm cooking with that! But I need that, though. No. Anyway. I'll slot this in my forward shelf. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Let's see. Got a nectar memory here. I could, in theory, start cooking up some other memories, a forge and a nectar, and then level up spices all the way before the day ends, probably. Probably. So I guess we'll do that. Need the Vagabond's Desk. And I need a memory with forge on it. Imagine the orange book will suffice, yeah. Good, good. Okay. There's a moth desk somewhere. Yeah, and tons of moth desk. It's not the Fetton there. I need a different forge or nectar. So let's look for nectar. Earth sign again. We could just grab another persistent earth sign if I really cared to. I don't see why I'm not just doing that. But it feels weirdly bad, because I want to have one that's not that. Because it feels special, and I hate using it for something trivial. No, that makes no sense. I am rapidly losing patience finding a nectar memory, though. Ooh, you know what I could do for the nectar memory, though? I could have a sniff of the palm. Yes. Sniff the plant. Mmm. Brilliant. Alright. You, my friend, have hit 9. Unlock the root throng descent, sir. Memory of scent. That will help me level up spices and saviors. I've got a whole bunch of stuff I'm not doing anything with in its desk, so I should probably catalog some books. So let's do that. Right. I do need some effort for this, though, don't I? I need nectar. Ooh, am I gonna have to, like, restore my metal? I might have to restore my metal. Catalog that book. Catalog that book. Accidentally using all the discs I need. Never mind, we're good. Did I leave one in here? I forget. No. I catalog those. Good. Good, good. foresight memory I wanted. Pumpkin pie is done. Glorious. Alright. Oh, I could just use anything for this. Huh. Prove to level 2. Yep. Excellent. Lay out the pumpkin pie in the dining hall. Okay, so we've got the appetizer, we've got the main course, we've got the pudding. Let's see. Still need a side dish. But anyway, we've got forge and heart. So we got the heart for you. Oh, I guess, does this count for both of them? I mean, I know I need a food per, but theoretically, because it has forge on it, it should be fine. So we'll need a side dish of some sort. Which could just be grape salad, I guess. Let's just literally make a bunch of grapes. Does work for both of them. Oh man. Sweet. Do believe I picked a bunch of grapes before all of this nonsense, and I put it somewhere. Yep, there they are. Bunch of grapes. Ah. But I don't have anything to slot in here, because I'm too tired. That's fair. Alright, what do we got? Wait a minute. This is a phonograph. A 6-heart phonograph. Huh. I mean... I could just master it immediately. Like, why wouldn't I? Why indeed? Alright. 4 lantern. That's incredibly easy. It's almost hilariously easy. Okay. Cool. And you are 4 sky. Another hilariously easy one. Okay. But I need soul for that. It. My medal should be up for learning the new thing anyway. Alright, spices and saviors have leveled up. Ooh, oh boy, this sure looks great. Deep well descent. Each of the great roots here carries a garden of fruiting fungus. Great black bumblebees buzz improbably between them, gathering spores droning peace. We found sand. An Atlantic amber. It's a gem. It's a gemstone. And a loot box. Sick. What's this thing? The wheel-filled spring. Pool here is filled with rusting and rotting wheels. Was this some sort of attempt to block it, or were the wheels thrown into the well above as offerings? Either case, it'll need to be cleaned out and suitable offerings made to appease the powers to whom this place is holy. I wonder if I'll find the pennies I threw down the well in here. Probably not. Anyway, I guess the gemstone can go into the alchemy lab. Makes a certain amount of sense. And I would open up the parcel if I had anything left, which I don't. Now I have a little thing left. But we're going to level up spices and saviors again. Shabam. Another extraordinarily full day. And tomorrow we start the great work of salad. With 3 spices and saviors. I can cook so well now. Like, this is just to, like, cook with. And I don't think I need spices and saviors to be at any particular level for anything. I would be shocked. Because cooking isn't that hard. Okay. It is actually useful for alchemy, because technically that's cooking. So I might want to level that up. More than it has. The day is upon us. Open the loot box, and we will just throw this any old place. With any old thing. Because it's that weak a book. Cloudy day. Clouds are useless. Almost. They're passingly close to useless. Let's also start making the grape salad. Okay. So all that's cleared. I can invite 4 people in here. I would need another dish if I wanted to invite the Calays as well, which I kind of do. Because they can just be there. Because it seems polite to invite them. Because they're nice. He's good people. So it just needs some sort of simple food stuff. Like, I could make another grape salad, theoretically. How about eggs? Can I just make something with the eggs? Let's see. Cooking egg. You know what, I'm just gonna drag it into the stove and see if I can't just make a fried egg. Should also brew up a witching tisane. Oh. Also, I read a book. The Locksmith's Dreams, Portions and Proportions, the second volume of Teresa Galmer's Examinations of Parallels in the Mystic Dreams of Artisans. The frontispiece has been slashed with a razor. Oh. In this volume, Galmer records fewer dreams and explicates more of her own elaborate theories. Quote, we see this again and again. What is below cannot escape what is above. Quote, the finest artisans all dream of the white door in the end. I'm no artisan, only a scholar. I think there's a secret all these artisans know, but I think the secret is only half the story. Spooky. And it's a new skill. Clockworks. Clockworks and Lockworks. So I should put this in the sky shelf. Because it's Skybook. It goes in the sky shelf. Alright. And we also listened to the Velartre interviews. Lacombe is not especially lucid in this, and the state called rebogia evidently includes a malady of the lungs which causes coughing fits. He weakens audibly over the course of the interrogation. He's questioned about the disposition of various unsanctioned items recovered from a nocturnal branch raid on castle at Ortuccio in the region of the Fucine Marshes. He is, however, defiant as well as incoherent. Lacombe insists the items have been put to good use. He derides the nocturnal branch as, quote, lackeys of the Calyptra, unquote. Alarmingly, during the last few minutes of the interrogation, he begins to insist that his interrogator should quote, burn the library, unquote. He waxes enthusiastic about the fire he wants to see, leading to a final coughing fit, after which the interview abruptly ends. Cool. Wait, what the hell memory is this? A stolen secret. That's a new one. All right. Nope. Didn't want that replaced at all. 2 moon, 1 knock. 2 moon, 1 knock. Stolen secret. The raid they're talking about in the investigation turning is what led to the creation of the Suppression Bureau. Really? since I got another Edict's Inviolable, which maybe I could use at some point. Okay. Still busy with my loot box and my cooking. Let's crack open a skybook while I'm just kind of flitting around. Sure. Here. The high up desk has sky on it, right? No. Why would it? What? No, of course not. Why would it? Okay. Ambrose's desk does, though. Slot you in. And my Faust Plus just does it. Clears it easy. Okay. 10 heart shouldn't be too hard either. If a desk exists with heart on it. I'll never remember any of these. Just don't look for it. Don't wait for it. It's not happening. Just a tiny thing. Just a little heart tool is all I need. Kitchen bowls. Kitchen bowls. Kitchen bowls. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, you did it. Thank you. Ten's actually a little beefy for what I can do right now. Six, 8. I need 2 from something. I could just use my metal a second time. There's a really good chance I could just do that if I got a foresight memory. So let's get a foresight memory. Okay. Let's let everything cook. I have discovered a soft amber pumpkin in the loot box. Sure. Why not? Can that go in the vegetables, the root cellar, with all the other vegetables? No, because the shelf space in here is all fake. It's a bunch of fake shelf space. It's a lying root cellar. The root cellar doesn't hold any roots. Just drop the pumpkin there. That's fine. Grape salad. Lovely. Oh. Oh, the spread is looking good. Can I just cook the egg. I could just boil an egg. Does that actually hit anybody's needs? I do need Grail on something if I'm gonna invite the Calays, I think. Actually, I'm pretty sure I don't. I think they'll eat literally anything. Yeah, the villagers eat literally anything. Clays have no requirement. Okay, good to know. So I could just boil an egg. If I wanted to. It feels cheap, but I am cheap. Let's see. Alright. I got the forge memory I need for the forge book. I think my forge desk is currently occupado. Also, I should be acquiring these skills. Come to think of it. Yeah, my forge desk is currently occupied. So we're not going to do that right now. I think, however, I'm going to make a witching to Sane real quick. For a beverage. Aha! Revelations! The Locksmith's Dream, A Light Through the Keyhole, the first volume of Teresa Galmer's examination of parallels in the mystic dreams of artisans. The parallels and mystic dreams experienced by carpenters, masons, and other artisans, and what they purport to reveal about the architecture of the world. Surprisingly mordant and even funny. No one has ever explained why Galmer devoted herself to this quixotic exploration of artisans' dreams. Quote, time and again we hear of the wood which rises from the world's foundation. All trees reach for light. What does the wood reach for? Is there a difference between light and capital L light? I think the key to dreams of the wood might be one of these, the one that isn't exactly real. Purifications and exaltations and a revelation memory. I could level that up, probably. What do you guys from that? Just another revelation book? Okay, you go on the lantern shelf. You go on the lantern shelf. Here we go. You go wherever you fit on the lantern shelf. Wait, can you fit in there? No, you cannot. Okay. Lantern shelf it is. For you. Goodbye. Cool. That was not my forge desk. Can I... use an off desk for this? Probably not, really. Maybe. Lantern might actually work for this. Hang on. With metal? No. No, I need an edge desk. I need an edge and lantern. Do I have an edge and lantern somewhere? No. Just wait for the damn forge desk, Chris. just be mildly patient. Clockworks. Learned. Edicts inviolable. Did I need revelation for something that isn't this? Or did I just get it from this? Even work. Clouds work, though. Surely I'm not using the clouds for anything. It's yellow, but not lantern. Well, esoteric tomes should all be color-coded. Dang it. Neatly packaged nutrition. Pale as a December dawn. Beautiful. Let's drop the boiled egg here. Alright, that is 5 meals. So now I've got my edge, I've got my lantern, I've got my forge. So all I need now is a nectar drink and the witching disdain I'm brewing. Do I have a nectar drink somewhere? Rosencrantz and whiskey, Domaine Raveline, Blue Crown tea. Pour a cup of that. My god, I think the food's prepared. Stanislav wants a hard drink, not a nectar drink. And does the witching disdain heart? I forgot. I guess I'll learn in 5 seconds. One moment, please. It is. Sweet. Yep. Grail and heart. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Edicts Inviolable is now leveled up. Also wonderful. Okay. Let's look at what we got first. The Heart Book. Alright. Instruments of the Heart. What did I get from this? A cheerful ditty. I do believe I have that somewhere already. Bittersweet certainty, contradiction. Confounding parables, satisfactions, stolen secrets. Beguiling melody. Some Winter Forge that I've completely forgotten about. Yeah, Cheerful Ditty. I've got Cheerful Ditty, so I don't need to put this anywhere special. Sister Isabel, then precentress of the Abbey Church of St. Brandon's, engages in dialogues with the heart-long of a kind called Duendrazone that has taken partial possession of her body. They what? The Duendrazon, like all its kind, usually dwells in the mantis, but can enter the physical world by manifesting as music and take possession of a willing or semi-willing mortal who hears and loves that music, like Isabella. Oh. Isabella records her dreams of the High Mantis, where she is accorded the Duendrazon's status and titles. In return, the Duendrazon enjoys what it calls Caesura, a welcome oblivion. Quote, our mostly blessing is that we may never cease, except in Caesarea. Unquote. There is something more that Isabella refers to as Caesura Magna, but she laments that her Durin Drazon will not tell her exactly what that might be. So Heartlong possess people so they can stop. Because they keep dancing. Huh. To the heart shelf with you. This book. Damascene Traditions of the House of Lethe. The House of Lethe was an order of immortals who sought obscurity, rejecting their staff. Yeah. The house generally forbade any potentially procreative activities for fear of the terrible consequences of too long bearing a child. The Damascene order took this much further. At one point, male initiates were required to undergo castration, and female initiates to strangle any children they had previously born. Oh. These measures were so horrific that the order was shaken by repeated schisms and eventually absorbed into the local Sisterhood of the Knot as a society of healers and exorcists. Cool, guys. Maybe tone it back a notch. It's like a notch, maybe. All right. To the sky shelf with you. Five drinks, 5 food. I think everything's set. I just need to make the inks. I also want to see if I can use these memories to level up skills, because oh my god, did I ever get a lot of them. Holy butts. I've got 2 drums and dances, for goodness sakes. And that's gonna be really, really hard to manage. Something easier I could do in the meantime with all of my everythings. About purifications. Takes lantern and sky. Cheerful Ditty does have sky. It is effective against corruption. Is this the one I wanted to level up? I don't think it is. Contaminates. Corruption. No. This is not one that's particularly useful to level up. Doesn't actually have anything you want to clear corruption with it. May want to make a save before I actually throw this on, because Numa's next season. If Numa's the next season, it'd screw you. What do you mean make a save? It auto-saves. Why would Numa screw me? Still have to make the invitations. Apart from this having Lantern, I don't think I care that much about it, because you have a single day to try and process like 6 different lessons. Make a manual save, you can revert back to it. Okay. Oh. Sacralimne, what are you good for? You're good against curses, but nothing is good against curses, is the thing. Like, literally no skill matches what you need to do to clear out curses. And I've already got Tridesmahera up high level for curses. So no matter what, if I wanted to cure a curse, I would have to use consumables. I can't just level up a skill for it. So I only need one curse skill, particularly high level, and Tridesmahera seems fine already. These lessons are of questionable use, and so is Sacralimne now that I think on it. If I level up to 2, I could get the Hushery thing here. That seems like a fine use for it. Alright, we'll level it up once and commit it to the tree. That's what I think I will do. Good. The desk is finally open. Soul that, foresight that. This is my highest forge, yeah. Yeah. I'm pretty sure. Okay. I could add a thing here too. Just like a tool. A forge tool. There's plenty of forge tools around. I just need one forge to make this now. Surely one of the skill checks will be like, yeah, dog, don't worry, I got you. I'm gonna assume that one of the skill checks will be like, it's okay, dog, I got you. Okay. Let's go ahead and commit Sacralimne. Get myself another much needed tryst, because I've only got the one. That seems good to me. Okay. So what do I do with this thing otherwise? Level up a moth or a sky. Basically. Theoretically, could level up Sickle and Eclipse again with it, right? No. No, it has to be, No, wait, why didn't this work? It does. I am merely crazy. Okay, good. I just need 6 different memories of winter and sky. That's gonna be a project. All of these are going to start being projects. Oh boy. Oh boy. That's how high level skills go. Good times. I wanted to level up quenchings and quellings. Could use the drums and dances lesson for that. Because this thing is actually very useful against contaminations. May find, depending on the aspects, you need to dip into crafting advanced memories just to level them. That sounds like a big old pain in the butt. In theory, do this. Quenching and quellings. If I can get it close to heart 7, I can start clearing off Chionic Theoplasma. That was a sentence I just said. That sure is a sentence that made sense to me, but then I thought about it for a second and I was like, I sound insane, actually. That's what I want to do. Do I want to just try to level up a heart memory even harder? I probably have time to level up drums and dances today, if I really went for it. Got all these moon memories I can't do much with either. Do I have a moon book I wanted to crack? Winter. Winter lantern scale, you're like out of order. A 10, 10. 12 forge, you're also out of order. You're also out of order. Forge, forge, heart. Sky. You're just on the wrong shelf. It's sort of enraging. There. Now you're with the 12s. Moth, scale. Winter, moth. I don't see any moon books. There sure is a lot of stuff. This is one of the good ones against corruption. In theory, could turn lessons and drums into this one. It's certainly not a terrible use of what I've got. That'll level up and help me clear out corruption from books, because that one's used for Winkwell. Wait a minute. I've got Cyclone Eclipse for that. Never mind. Okay. This game's a lot. Drums and dances is a useful skill. That would make my mental overload a lot less if I just was like, what if I just leveled up the skill I got? I would need a lot of stuff though. Which is like, fine. I should also crack a lantern book while I've got this revelation sitting around, and my Fost is... no, it's actually faded. I've got my Whist Plus, though. 10 Lantern isn't that out of reach. One might even call it completely within reach. Where's my Sabazine language? This is the strongest skill I've got. Surely that's a good use of the memory. Then I just want Nectar and Heart ones to get Drums and Dances leveled up. I need 4 more that are not Cheerful Ditty. Alright, to the shelf. Sky, Solace. Solace works. Cheerful Ditty, I've got. Winter Worms, Winter Forge, Impulse. Impulse works. It's 2. Satisfaction works. Even though I can't get no. satisfaction. That has heart on it.
Oh god, how many was that? I think that was 3 of the 4 I needed. Because I need 5 neck-heading cheerful ditties to just find one more.
Stormworks. 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 Okay. That should level up drums and dances. Holy. Oh, this game breaks my brain a little. Oop, that sounded like a skill challenge. Did I miss it? Soul. Yeah, metal. Boom. Done. Forge book solved. That. 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 That's the solved forge book, but just give me a second. Oh no. I needed something with heart or nectar. I need to refresh my health. Fudge. I hope I have enough time. If I don't have enough time, I'm going to be upset. Highly so. Nap and something to drink. That's what it does. Okay. Anyway, forge book done. Yay! The Temptations of Architecture. Ambrose Westcott writes of the dangers of doors with particular reference to a house in the bounds named Treowen. No doubt they have come to regret the ambition of their winding stair. Even now in Treowen, a silver sea is unwisely visible from a rash window. Westcott explains that the wheellocks, the, quote, charge holders of Treowen, unquote, have had recourse to dramatic measures to prevent Unieric encroachment, removing the entire top floor of the building. Nevertheless, he writes, the business of the Moon Hall has begun to touch other businesses, the other business of the house. That was entirely indecipherable. Ooh, oh god, it's a secret threshold. It's a new memory book. Oh god. It's 2 knock and a rose. Okay. To the memory books. 2 knock, 1 rose, secret threshold. Two memories I've never seen today. That's unusual. how how is this game tiring me so much? I'm just sitting here pondering. My god. Anyway. Boy. There was something else I wanted to do. I wanted to start writing. I wanted to make inks and start writing. Heats up the brain glycogen. It sure does. I need more ink. So let's make ink. What little I've got left today. I need to look up inks again. Just give me a moment. Cyclone Eclipse makes Catwink easily. Thank you. This is a large help. Oh, because it's moon. It's moon. It's not moth, it's moon, you fool. Okay. Yep, it's just, lol, here's your ink. Don't have to use anything, just be like, yep. Cyclone Eclipse, just ink. Ink. Good. Good. Ay. Maybe I don't need to be optimal today. Maybe I don't have to use every soul. Maybe I just have to hope this gets done quickly. Oh, I read a book. Right. Unhatched hymns. The hymns venerate every sanctioned hour, celebrating them as the sun undivided, but also suggesting that each hour may become the next. Madrigal to watchman, watchman to wolf, and so on. The Hymn of the Phases celebrates the Mensiket, quote, from whom we do not turn, unquote. For the truth which is beauty, the beauty which is truth, and the perfect balance between the two. The Hymn of the Reflections, more puzzlingly, celebrates the Mensiket as the, quote, sister of Janus, mother of shadow, whose visage wondrous in emptiness can reveal all truths. Sure, guys. Sacra Solus Invicti and a Savage Hymn. I'm relatively sure I've got Savage Hymn in a book up here. Yeah, I've got that. So we're good there. This goes in the lantern shelf. Okay. Crafted Catwink. I could just do that again, in theory. Turns out I did use all my souls. That's good. I swear if it becomes noon before these 20 seconds are up, I'm gonna scream. I'm not gonna scream, but I'll be cross and upset. I'm on normal speed just in case it comes that close. Because I feel like it's going to come that close. Ooh. Not a doubt in my mind. At last, I'm something of an authority in this. Send it. That was way more stressing than it should have been. Salcra Solus Invicti. Are you, like, useful? No? Thing is, no. Okay. I might have to do something else with you then. Also, the door in the wall. I could learn that too, if I wanted to. At some point I might want to, like, commit another thing to the Tree of Wisdoms at this point. But look at that, I had like an entire 7 seconds, no 8 seconds to spare. No, 10! My god, I was fine the whole time. I had 15 whole seconds to spare. Easy. So easy. Easy, cleared with no problems. Well, now what? I guess I want to think about what I want to do with this stuff again. Because I sure do have a lot of stuff. Let's see. Soccer Solus is not, like, especially useful for anything. Maybe I want to level it up to where I can slot it in the tree and be done with it. So if I can get it up to 3, which I could just slot it in here. Certainly not the worst idea. Unless it has another use that I don't know of. Let's see if the day is sunny before I start chugging memories. Well, then again, I could just... I'll need the lantern one if I'm gonna level it up twice anyway, so why not? Fair enough. It is sunny. Thanks, game. I guess they listened to me. I'm still learning. Should also be writing out invitations. Okay. Arthur. Craft an invitation for you. I have to have my address book for this. Can only make one invitation at a time. Drums and Dances is now at level 6. That is one beefy drum. Introduction is complete. Slot in something with nectar. You need a desk with nectar on it, is the thing that you need, actually. Right. Okay. This could get Serena or Father Stanislaus' presence on this desk. Nice. Father Stanislav. ink. Sorely needed. Invitation to Stanislav is done. Just need something with edge on it now. I don't need a soul for this. Huh. Well, then why was I exhausting my soul so much? Why am I a dummy dumb? I hate it when I'm a dummy dumb. Invitation to Aziza. Excellent. And finally, Serena. Where's Mink? More Stanislav, Azina, and Serena. Alright. Solis Invicti leveled up. Good. I'm cooking a revelation somewhere, right? Yeah. I just need some other lantern. Or sky. One of the two. Okay. Okie dokie. Request Serena's presence. Then I invite the Clays. Excuse me. Just wanted a little invitation for you, madam. Clay is clearly excited and remains courteous. Mr. Clay is courteous and maybe as excited as ever. It's difficult to tell. They also gave me an acrid marrow. Brown Krung, they take marrows seriously. This is not a marrow conducive to harmony. Thanks, guys. I'm sure next meal I'll turn that into something. Or it'll just sit on my shelf forever. One of those two things will happen. Okay. Revelation memory. Good. Is tomorrow the day I host the dinner? I think tomorrow might be the day I host the dinner. Should I send out the invitations then? I forget how long they stick around. I think 3 days or something. Just make that Numa back up, right? Pre-Numa. Stick around for 1 day. What? Just one? I entirely forgot how this works. Write and send an invitation after visitors come to the house. Invitations do not expire. They can be available at a time. Stick around for 6 minutes, so 1 day. So I have to, like, invite them the day before or, like, on the day. How long does it take to get them here? Take a minute to arrive. Then you have to use them before 6 minutes are up. I see. So I could just start at the beginning of the day. Ultimately. So I want to do it tomorrow when all my souls are back up. For sure. Then I just send out the invitations for the post from the post office. And that's that. Okay. Okay. What else am I... What else am I doing? Level up door and wall too? Is this useful for anything? It's at least a minorly high level knock, but I've got pretty good knock skills already. Maybe I just figure out where I can shove it in the tree. Hushery and Horomancy. Or Horomakistry. Get it to 3, shove it in... I mean, either way I wanted to get it to 3. So I should get 2 memories of Knocker Forge. So I guess that's something I will do. Let's see. Foresight you. Vagabond's desk. Could use Secret Threshold. The brand new one. Okay. What I'm doing makes sense. Shut up. Foresight. It's ready to get leveled then. This is a 3. Got a nice illumination slot 3 all prepared for this thing that I don't think I'll use for much else. Beautiful. That unlocks a level 4 Hushery slot. Do I slot that in? What's the Great Signs and the Great Scars really used for? It's high-level Grail, which is what it's mostly there for right now. Get another Trist. Could very easily level up my Trist somehow. One of these altars has got to level up Trist, right? Reveal what? What? I just wanted to make a Trist Plus. What is this reveal a treasure of the house thing? What? Huh? Huh? Secret unlocked? What? 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 Okay. Sure. Send it. We door in the walled. Where did I want to shove that? The Koromakis tree. Get another Fet. Could also go into Nicodrome. Nicodromy, but that would have to be another level up, and I don't want to. That was the plan. Okay. Great. Good. Cool. There in a narrow darkness, beneath the lip of the altar's top, something waiting for me. The sun disfigured. A scroll of anthropoderm parchment, written in the golden ink called Isolt. This book houses a Newman, a truth so powerful it can perhaps believe itself. Oh. I guess we'll just read that. Okay, I need slightly more than this. Does the knife have grail on it? It does. I could just send it, but I could just guarantee it with any level 2 grail memory. So let's maybe just guarantee it. Where's my Knief? Sure, man. Alright, well, it's daybreak. I don't think it turned into Numa. penny for postage. Post office is truly a thing of beauty. Visitors should be arriving very soon. I only used one of my 3 Arabs for the book, so it's not like I'm that exhausted for this long. Okay, so the frick is this? The Sun Disfigured. The author of the text calls herself the Elijah Beline. Elijah Beline? Sometimes she seems to be Sunset Celia, the watchman's name. Sometimes she seems to be the Lady Tryphon, the Grey Along. It's unclear whether these are separate entities or the same person. It may be unclear even to the writer. The flaws in the Sun's plans are elucidated. The Sun's plan itself is never entirely clear, but it is a project of some kind to enter, possess, or surrender to the glory, the pure light above the mantis. This book suggests ways in which the plan might fail. And that gave me the Sun's weakness. Can I reread that for a Newman anytime? Or is that a special thingy? I think that goes on my very special stuff shelf. Once you decide that you want to be there. Yes? I just have this forever now? Holy butts. Sun sins and the sun's scars are our salvation. There are histories where they will trap us, prevent us from rising to eternity. Any librarian can use this to establish a history and complete the game. Oh. I need ink. I need my book. I need my journal. Sure are a lot of 20s that just popped up here, huh? I'm 7 short. I need to increase my herbs. That's one. Surely I can get a 4 Grail ink somewhere. 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 potency inks for like every aspect, but they're generally 15 level crafts. Oh. Maricat. I would need a Lethe and Nectar 15 to make that. With inks of Pat with Tridecimira Hera. Tridesma Hera. Insects, nectars, and insects and power. Sworn I had insects. Yeah, insects and nectars. So I'd want to level that up because I would need I would need 15 nectar to make that. I see. So is this a new one? No. Oh, right. We've got that up there. Gosh. Okay. Okay. Cool. Wasn't I about to host a dinner? I feel like my world just turned upside down. I guess I want to level up insects and nectars for the super ink. Just enjoy the Newman for reading books and unlocking rooms. I guess, yeah, that's gonna... Boy. That's a memory. That's one heck of an exaltation. Hilariously, I don't think I can actually use it for anything right now. Grail Lantern Moth. Yeah, all my rooms don't want Grail Lantern or Moth is the thing. I can't get further still. Oh my god. Alright, well, you know what? Okay. So, look. plan today was to have a fancy dinner, and that's what we're gonna do. Serena's here. Oh, just a random visitor. What up, dog? Yes, I'm here about the trouble in Marrakech. No one is paying me, not this time. I knew Ebesiasis once. I will help him if I can, and I will put him out of his misery if I must. What languages do you speak? Aramaic, Clacktrack. This Edge book is just in English. I may as well get her calling card, huh? Oh, that one's in Latin. Wish me luck, librarian, but not too much. This time, perhaps I would prefer it to fail. Always do the consultation, get paid, and get their card. If they have a language you don't know, you can always call them back. Fair enough. Might only have lunch or supper after midday. Lol. Okay, I mean, I guess if you insist I sit on my butt for a second, I will. Okay, so it's morning. When morning goes off, it becomes midday, and then we can have lunch. The fanciest of lunches. It is now midday. My guests take their places for lunch. Yeah? I've laid out quite a spread for you folks. I hope you enjoy. What are you two doing over here? Calais, you don't have to sit across from at a different table. There's plenty of seats for everybody. Formal meal. Achievement, I hosted guests for a luncheon. Excellent. Stress cannot exist in the presence of a pie. What a great achievement. Lunch and supper last longer than less formal salons, allowing extra interactions between your guests. Extra time. Wish me luck, librarian. Alright. I got her calling card. Excellent. Just need to write that down on a desk somewhere. Somewhere, anywhere. Another person to add to my correspondence. Beautiful. Energetic exchanges. Spice up the conversation with Arab. Done. Stanislav asks Mr. Clay if the old tradition is still practiced in Brankrung, if mothers still leave infants to sleep overnight in the roots of an apple tree. Miss Calais flashes her brief, melancholy smile and acknowledges that yes, it's sometimes still done, but most mothers pay Miss Calais to do it for them, so they don't get into trouble with Reverend Timothy, and that she always stays out overnight to watch the infant, which is not necessarily what was done in the times before the church. What a great tradition. What a normal, not dangerous tradition. Exalted debates. Add a Faust. Oh. Does it matter if I had Faust Plus or just regular Faust? I don't know. Here, have regular Faust. More somber tone. Azita and Stanislav discuss the names of the Thunderskin, the 7 instruments whose music support his rhythm. It doesn't matter if the soul's upgraded. Good to know. Azita repeats the tradition that a duendrazon which has known 7 Caesura becomes eligible to replace an instrument. Stanislav shakes his head. Duendrazons, an odd choice, I've always thought, to become eternally conscious and then to pursue the Censora, so... Yeah, well, you might feel differently if you couldn't sleep. Though I guess they don't need sleep, but still. Wistful asides at a tryst. Arthur speaks of the light that supposedly dwelt in the woods before the coming of the gods from light. He suggests it might be the redder sun of the gods who were stone. Serena thinks it is simply fire. Quote, if we can ever say simply of the wood. Add another tryst. Serena knew Mr. Clay as a, quote, untidy youth in Brankrug just after the Great War. She shares some of her memories with Miss Calais, who listens closely and smiles fondly, though she does not laugh. It's not easy to make Miss Calais laugh. Serena asks if Miss Calais ever speaks of her, but Miss Calais says no. She says she thinks that Miss Calais is still a little frightened of her. Silence after lightning, silence before thunder, she observes, and Serena looks at her sidelong. I'm not sure they're getting along, but we're gonna find it fine that they didn't, like, you know, throw water on each other or something. Add metal. Invite a challenge with serious discussions. Goodness me. We had a luncheon and it's going till dusk. Azita and Mr. Clay exchange weather lore. Plenty of babies shy of birth can't wait to stick their heads out in a storm, opined Miss Calais gloomily. Okay. That was a metaphor. Another serious discussion. Azita and Mr. Clay discuss the qualities of the timber of the great cedars of Lebanon. Azita offers to provide a quantity of cypress wood at a very cheap price. Oh, right, because he's a coffin maker. Mr. Clay, smiling as usual, refuses. Azita offers a free sample, and Mr. Clay's smile vanishes. He apologizes, he says, but in Brankrung they have been taught not to accept gifts from visitors to Hush House. That's a very good policy. Oh wow. Yeah, no. That's correct, guys. That's a good idea. Oh, the lively meal concludes and my guests leave happy. I gained an additional potent memory. My goodness. I got a curious hunch. Whoa. That's a pretty beefy memory that sticks around. Whoa. My god, okay. Got some gossip, got some satisfaction. The curious hunch. Dang, man. And it's persistent. And I got so much. Strings and songs, pyroglyphics, leaves and thorns, door and wall, sky stories. Oh my god, what do I do with all of this? Dear God in heaven, that's a lot of stuff. Oh my lordy, okay. 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 Do I not know any of these? Sky Stories new? Sure is. Sky Story me. Shows strings and songs. No, I have that one. Okay, never mind. The rest I know. Boy. Well, well, that went extremely well. What a great autumn luncheon. Okay, well, you know what? I'm going to call it here. Because I think I need to, like, literally make a lesson plan for what I'm going to do with all of this. And that's going to take some time, and it's not going to be interesting. So that's a thing I think I will do off stream. So I don't bore you to tears. Ugh. This game's a lot. This game's a lot. My god. Alright. I'm gonna send you over to Sean, I think. Mayhap, he's playing Soul Razor, which is awesome. Or Soul Blazer. Excuse me. But yeah. I mentioned the game's a lot. It's a lot. This game is a lot. Also, mayhap unsurprisingly, nobody else is playing Book of Hours. Can't imagine why. But we're gonna just call that good. I'm gonna be back tomorrow, by the way, at 8, as I usually am. And I'm going to be playing Children of the Clay. Because it's a free horror game that I saw on Steam and on YouTube and very briefly. And I was like, it's free. It's a horror game. And kind of a puzzle game. So I decided, okay, I'll just not look into it any more than that. And I'm going to go into that horror puzzle game blind. And I'm just going to play it. And I'm going to see what it is. And if it's incredibly short, I'll play Against the Storm afterwards. And that's the plan. I actually have a plan for tomorrow. Very strange, I know. But anyway. Thank you for watching. Appreciate it a lot. I very much appreciate viewership every time. Every time. So you know, big hearts. Thank you. Thank you much appreciated. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Peace.